Honor Society, Marching Hornets, Drama Club, Tennis, and Quiz Bowl, while excelling academically with a 4.403 GPA. Please join me in welcoming Paige Lamar.
Thank you, Dr. Walters. Hello, everyone. First of all, I want to congratulate the Beech Grove class of 2021 for making it to this momentous occasion. I've never written a speech nor read one in front of a crowd such as this. I thought instead of trying to make the next Gettysburg Address, I'd read some movie dialogue that hits very close to home. If you aren't familiar with the Lord of the Rings trilogy, two hobbits, Frodo and Sam, go on a long harrowing quest to destroy the One Ring and defeat the Dark Lord Sauron. I know I sound like such a nerd right now. The journey turns out to be more than they expected as the duo face many trials and tribulations. They are pursued by all kinds of evil. In the second installment, the hobbits are at their lowest point, being held captive in a ruined city. Their goal to destroy the One Ring seems nearly impossible. Frodo says, "I can't do this, Sam." He feels powerless. They're just simple hobbits from the Shire. How could there be any hope left? Samwise turns to Frodo and says these words, "I know, it's all wrong. By rights, we shouldn't even be here, but we are. It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo, the ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and danger they were, and sometimes you didn't want to know the end, because how could the end be happy? How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad had happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing, the shadow. Even darkness must pass. A new day will come, and when the sun shines, it will shine out the clearer." Those were the stories that stayed with you, that meant something, even if you're too small to understand why. But I think, Mr. Frodo, I do understand. I know now. Folk in those stories had lots of chances of turning back, only they didn't. They kept going, because they were holding on to something. Frodo turns to Sam and asks, "What are we holding on to, Sam?" And Sam replies, "That there's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for." We have all been through darkness this past school year. COVID seems to cover our lives in shadow, taking things that we love and cherish. It is a darkness that seems like it's never going to end, that things will never be as they once were. Like Frodo, we feel powerless and small, not being able to control the world around us. But always remember that when there's darkness, there is light. The fact that we're here today is proof that darkness is already beginning to fade. This year, we refused to have the virus defeat us. We held on. And as we go out into the world on our own quests, on different paths, we will encounter different kinds of shadow. But remember, the shadows run from the light. I hope whatever you do in life, you will be the light. You will be the good in a world that desperately needs it. Thank you.
Thank you, Paige. Our next